With that, I will, ranking member remind me, who's not, yes, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, the gentleman from Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think Americans are getting tired of seeing each other shot down in the streets by rogue, renegade, reckless ICE agents. And this hearing is entitled False Narratives Surrounding Conditions at the Delaney Hall ICE Detention Center. That was the topic of the discussion today. What we got from Mr. Arthur is a dissertation on the restrictions on state regulation of federal functions. I'm going to read your paper tonight as I put myself to sleep.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
And then not a single witness in here has testified that it's false that what's happening at Delaney Hall are overcrowded cells crammed with inmates. Not a single Republican witness refuted that. Not a single Republican witness commented about the denial of access to toilets and clean drinking water at Delaney Hall. Nobody talked about food being adulterated and unedible at Delaney Hall. Not a single Republican MAGA witness testified about the denial of medical care to detainees. And so the only person who testified about that was Mr. Sinha, and he told us of the horrors of what's going on inside Delaney Hall. And I suspect that the chairman, when he took his visit, he announced ahead of time that he was going. And so what did they do? They rolled out the red carpet for him and showed him exactly what they wanted him to see, and then probably fed him a steak dinner afterwards with a glass of champagne and a cigar. And so today he is here to tell you about what's going on at Delaney Hall, but I would exclaim to you that perhaps you should call my colleague LaMonica McIver, who is sitting here with us today, about 6 or 7 months pregnant. She and her husband expecting their second child, having to go through the trauma of a persecution by the Trump Justice Department, Todd Blanche Justice Department. But she's here. She's been on unannounced visits, and she could tell you exactly what's happening at Delaney Hall. She could back up what Mr. Sinha has said. But let me ask you, Mr. Murchowski, you've never worked for a for-profit corporation that runs for-profit detention facilities, have you?
Congressman, thanks for the question.
Have you, yes or no?
No.
And when's the last time you visited Delaney Hall?
When Delaney, before I retired, sir, before it closed in
2017. Yeah, that's been what?
I don't know if you heard me.
Almost 10 years ago. What about you, Mr. Del Cueto? When's the last time you visited Delaney Hall?
Del Cueto, sir.
Del Cueto, I'm sorry.
I have not visited Delaney Hall.
Never in your life?
No, sir, but I have been at various different immigration facilities that have detained people.
You have no personal knowledge upon which to reasonably conclude that the reports about cruel and inhumane and unusual or not unusual at Trump ICE facilities, you have no personal knowledge upon which you can reasonably conclude that what Mr. Sinha has reported about the conditions at Delaney Hall are true or false. Isn't that correct?
My personal knowledge would be from seeing other immigration detention facilities throughout my career.
You've never been to Delaney Hall, though?
I haven't, but I've been to numerous other immigration detention facilities.
What you saw at your detention facilities, were those public or private, by the way?
They were both.
You've always worked for public.
No, sir, they were both private and public, as well as state-run facilities.
Right, but you don't know what's going on at Delaney Hall. Let me ask Mr. Sinha. Mr. Sinha, can you tell us more about the 50 people who have died in ICE custody since Trump returned to office? And can you opine on the fact that 2026 is already the deadliest year in immigration detention since the Department of Homeland Security was founded?
Thank you for the question, Congressman.
I'll let you answer that question, and then the gentleman's time has expired.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The number of deaths is disproportionate to even the increase of detention in this country. About the number of people detained across the country has increased by 77%, and also the deaths in custody have increased by 300%. So we're talking about a radical increase in the number of people that are being that are killed or dying while detained in immigration detention. That's right.
It's a shame that we are allowing that. Now, Geo Group could have been
Gentleman's time has expired.
But they were not called, and nor were ICE or Customs and Border Patrol, Customs and Border Protection.
The gentleman's time has expired.
Nobody called, just three guys with no personal knowledge. With that, I yield back.
I thank the gentleman. I definitely did not get a red carpet, a cigar, champagne, or a steak dinner. But Hank, you should probably do all that for me, all the aggravation you give me on this.
What do you have to say concerning this video? I hope you heard everything. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's know what you think. I really appreciate your time for watching. For more updates like this, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next one, and bye.